What up, Houston Astro fans? Special edition by you City Boys. Zach and me are
Astros
gonna be
update.
we're gonna be talking about finally won our first series this season. Feels good. But we're starting to see players that are really doing good and really
Mm-hmm.
doing And I guess the question that a lot of people have been asking is who's going down when Brantley and Altuve come back? Who has not shown you enough to where, hey, I need you to go to Sugar Land down the street, and yeah, that's it.
I think it's pretty easy to decide when Altuve comes back.
Yeah,
Because I think like you keep Dubon obviously because he can play infield and outfield. If you need a center fielder, you second baseman or whatever. But I also think Hensley's good enough utility that you keep him up. So by that logic, I'm gonna send Yonder Diaz down. Not because you're doing anything wrong, which you're still not doing anything right, but like you're our number two prospect according to somebody, and I can't afford for you to just play once a week.
yeah,
I'd rather you go play every day.
yeah. For me, it's like if you're not bringing value of that I want right now, send you back to Sugar Land. Maybe you get uh, you get trade value. You don't. You get learn better. You figure something out. I mean, sometimes demotion's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think for sure he's on my list of I'm gonna send you back, and yeah, I'm good, bro. What about our third string catcher?
Salazar, I think I keep Salazar because at this point I think it's understood that he's not really a prospect; he's just a backup.
Okay.
So no, I just feel that way because like we can make any move as it pertains to like a backup catcher, whether it's calling up Corey Lee, using Yonder Diaz, trading for somebody, and whatever we do, it's like we don't really give a shit if it makes Salazar mad. No
Yeah.
disrespect, but you know what I mean? Like
It's like,
it's just the way it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm all right, bro. I'm gonna go and make this position better
Yeah,
at trade deadline. I
that's how I
mean,
feel. And then plus, like, I just feel like Hensley could play first or third if he has to. I actually thought he played first base really good last week, so that's why I
yeah.
keep him up. Um, and that's pretty much that. Brantley, I almost want to say it depends on what you think he's gonna do. Like, who do you think is gonna play left field more, him or Yordan?
At this point, Yordan, I think.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, man, it's tough to say because like the common person would say, well, just put one in left field and one at DH. But it's like, I don't know about that because like then who do you send down? Like it has to be Jake Myers.
And that's what I was gonna ask. Is Jake Myers' leash finally coming to an end of it? Because
Well, Corey Jolks is hitting. I can't
yeah,
send you down. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And then in worst case scenario, if I need a center fielder, I have Dubon.
yeah,
And then like I think it's unanimous. I don't want to say unanimous, but most Astros fans who know anything about the damn Astros are all in agreement that McCormick should be your majority starter at center field and probably leading off until Altuve comes back.
yeah.
So I mean, see it, Myers.
Yeah, I think anybody that was on the fence of Chaz after like that first week was like, no, why is he not in the lineup? Why is Myers starting? It was very awkward that Myers got the start over him, and the fans were very furious. That was pretty much everything I was reading on was like, where the hell's Chaz? Is he hurt? Like,
I
and
think
now,
that people are right, bro. Like I heard it said a lot, especially since this season started. Dusty just don't like Chaz. Like I don't
mhm,
know why, but Chaz keeps making him play him because he's like, no, I'm not just gonna lose my spot, you know.
yeah,
And he's a fan guy. So I think when it's all said and done, Chaz McCormick might be a fan favorite that we remember for a long time.
the catches. I mean, even the catch he had today where he reached out against the Pirate and just dived for it. I was like, this is why. Like, this is why you keep him because you're noticing it multiple times now. It wasn't just a
But
rare
to me,
catch.
it's right here now
Yeah.
because he had that monster. He had a really good hit last night. Is why we tied the game in the ninth. I mean, we lost on a walk off, but like he had a really big hit. We lost, so he could easily come back deflated today and be like, "Shit!" Like it meant nothing, but he didn't. Like he had a couple hits today,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, like you're mentally checked in. What more could you ask for?
Yeah. And he's riding the wave high. I mean, dude caught the ball to help us beat his hometown. Like, come on, man. Like, the Chaz Chomp will live forever with us
Forever.
Astro fans. And I just think, like, with how well he's doing, like you said, and Jolk's just actually doing stuff now.
He
And
hit
what
his
they,
first career home run today.
yeah, I just feel like Myers nothing too personal, bro, but I got others I got to keep up here, and that's just the way it rumbles, bro. And
I get it. He's a really good defender, but like I just when your leadoff hitter is getting that many RBIs, I need that number 7 and 8 person to get on base.
yeah,
Straight up.
yeah, no, that's one of the things I'm like, I can't have you doing that in crucial games
Mm-hmm.
going forward. I guess the next one is on the pitching side, Lance, because Lance is going to come back at some point. He's going to come
Mm-hmm.
back. He's going to be a part of that rotation more than likely. So who are we sending back down to for his spot?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Um, dang.
Like, there's some guys in that pitching rotation I don't want to send down, but it's like somebody's going to get their feeling
Do
hurt.
you feel, and this is just because of the way that Dusty been using the bullpen lately, do you feel like it's either going to be Mouton or Seth?
Yeah.
Because he's been pitching them a lot lately, and I think he's trying to figure out who has more value to him.
Yep.
Because
And that's
based on the way the contracts are played out, I think Mouton's going to go down or get traded because he's on the last year of his deal, and he's a good trade piece.
yeah. And somebody would use him for sure. Somebody will value
And
him.
I'm going to be honest, I'm a Mouton fan, but you never know which one's going to show up. And if there is a player a pitcher I'm willing to trade, it's Mouton.
Mm-hmm. He's on that Urquidy route where it's like, I like you, but if they trade you, I'm gonna be
Man,
like,
I'm starting to change my attitude about that on your Urquidy because he really pitched good.
no, he's shut out for sure. 6 great innings. But I mean, let's not hide it. We all knew Dusty had that boy in the doghouse for a whole
Oh,
World
yeah.
Series. So that's what I'm
The
saying.
whole
I
playoff.
like him. I like him. I'm glad to see him doing what we knew he could do as a pitcher, and especially when the lights got bigger. Hey, I needed more out of you. He's done it, and I mean, as an Astros fan, you can't ask for more. But it's just, I think somebody's moving into that Dusty Baker doghouse at some point, and it's probably gonna be him on that end of it.
And I want to ask you this because this is just something that I don't know that I necessarily seen it, but I felt it. Does it feel like Christian Javier is like not as good as he was last year? Like maybe he put too much pressure on himself to be that all the time, and it's getting to him. I feel that way.
Yes, there's something that is wrong with him. There's something that he's in it up here too much, or he's trying too much, or something. Because this is not the guy that we saw shut out the Yankees.
And I'm not saying he's doing bad, but last year he did amazing. Last year, if he got on the mound, I would look at the other team and like, you guys are fucked because Javier is pitching, and I don't feel as confident anymore.
No, I'm like, I don't know what Javier I'm getting now. I don't know.
No, I know that Christian Javier, but I just don't know if I'm gonna get no run, one hit baseball, or if you're gonna give up a couple home runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like he's maybe at that wall that Luis Garcia hit, was it about a year ago or two, where we knew what he could do, but then he struggled for a bit and we were like, dang, there it is. And it feels like they switched kind of because Garcia, he's been giving up some runs, of course.
But he does that.
Yeah, but I already know, to that he's going to do that. And so that's why I'm kind of like, I'm all right with it. But Javier, it's like, I've never seen this side of you. And now I'm kind of like,
well, see, the reason that I was always so confident in Javier because you'd see the dude pitch and you'd be like, he legitimately just struck out 8 in a row, and he's not doing that right now. Well, I guess it's not fair to ask him to do that all the time, but I haven't seen that same player. It's the same thing with Maldonado. It's like something's just not there, bro.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe it's the payday, maybe it's the 5-man rotation, maybe it's the bullpen not being as strong as it was, and you have to do more. I don't know what it is, but they're luckily you played the Pirates and you were able to figure it out. But going forward, yeah, they're gonna. And it feels weird because I mean, baseball is like that though. Somebody gets in a slump and then somebody comes out. Abreu, we were praising, he's in a little slump now, and Bregman comes out of it. So it's
Yeah.
like, but that's fine as long as y'all are figuring it out and somebody is at least keeping it up. Like, hey, I got you now. Don't worry, bro.
Oh
Like,
man, I'm so grateful that like these people that players that people would consider no names or throwaways are just doing so good right now.
yeah.
It's like, please be doing that when we're going off with the big bats. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's
Like
like,
Dubon, bro. Like any Astros fan who got anything bad to say about Dubon just needs to fucking go to church because, like, it's such a good story. It was funny to me because when yesterday I seen they interviewed the batting coach and they're like, "What did you do different?" And he was like, "I didn't do nothing different." And they're like, well, "What did Dubon do different?" And he's like, "I don't think he did anything different." And they're like, "What's different?" And they're like, "Oh, Altuve's not here, so Yordan makes Dubon play dominoes with him." And I was like, "That's what it is." He told him what to do. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then
It,
Dubon was like, "It's Yordan." He's like, when he tells you how to hit, you listen.
and we all know what Yordan can do out there. Dubon right now is just like any fan that is hating on him or doesn't want him here. You are tripping, like you said.
I just want to say this is I don't appreciate that Yordan don't get the attention of Judge and Ohtani. Because if this motherfucker spoke even 5 words of English, then he would be like one of the faces of baseball. It's just not fucking fair to me. You know what I mean? Like how good this guy is with a bat in his hand.
He reminds me of the Joker of MLB because
Kinda.
even if he was to win it, you feel like they're gonna be like, oh, well, he's no
The
Aaron Judge.
dude legitimately hit a 9,000-foot fucking home run to win the World Series. And it's like people forgot about it already. If Ohtani would have done that shit, you would never stop seeing that highlight.
You would see that on every time ESPN comes up. It would be like their
Exactly. It
first
would be
thing
the
coming
intro
up.
to Sports Center. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If
it's
Judge
like,
did it, like you get it, you hit 62 last year. Like that's an accomplishment, but we are tired of seeing that home run. You know what I mean? Like, is that 62 freaking home runs more important than a World Series win on a
no,
fucking
I'll take
solo? Exactly. And you don't ever hear him praise Yordan.
no. He always gets the shit into the stick of it. Even in MVP races, when he has the same numbers as people, you could tell like when he was in the race with Judge, they didn't even consider it. They were like, oh,
But
it's just a one-man race. It's like who has the better record, who is doing better, and all that stuff. Then we come to find out the balls were juiced on one side of it. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's like, get out of here. But it's just like you said, it's like if he was to speak more English, if he was to have a bigger presence and profile, then oh yeah, they're gonna do it. And it sucks because they don't want to do the work. They want you to do the work to push yourself, to push your brand.
exactly. And don't tell me the media and fans and nobody in the right mind can make me believe that that's not the case. That it has a lot to do with his language because he has personality. We see it. You know what I'm saying? He's just not comfortable speaking English. And the reason that I say that is English is because you have a dumb motherfucker like Yasiel Puig who's not nowhere close to being Yordan that the whole world knows because he does dumb shit in English.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
There we go. I'm with it.
All I'm asking is like Yordan's not complaining about it. That's not his thing. But as an Astros fan, and I do speak English, I'm gonna fucking stick up for him. And y'all need to put some respect on his name. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? 4-4 is one of the best players in the world. If not, I mean, I get it if you want to say Ohtani's better, but that's about it to me.
You can't say Mike Trout. He's always hurt. You can't say Aaron Judge because what has he done?
Exactly.
It's like I've seen Yordan put this team on his back multiple games in series last year. Judge didn't do that at all. And it's just like I don't know.
I just think baseball is one of those sports where everybody it's like those dream sports. Like when you're little, everybody imagines hitting that game-winning home run. Like the dude did it to win the fucking World Series, and nobody talks about it. It's crazy to me.
He turned that game. What did they say? Turn this game upside down.
And for the rest of my life, you and I were streaming that. I will never forget the sound of that bat when it cracked and he hit that ball. I will never forget that. I had COVID. I was on NyQuil. I was bouncing around the living room. I will never forget that my rest of my life. When I get Alzheimer's from smoking dope for too long, I will still remember when he hit that home run.
I put that right above Altuve hitting off Aronis Chapman.
Yep.
Against them. That's where I put it at. And for me, it's like, it was just such a beautiful
Somebody said this yesterday. I forgot who it was. I think it was somebody on the Killer Bees or something. It might have been Patrick Creighton on ESPN Radio. He was like, you're stupid to not be a Yordan fan. He didn't say it like this, but I'm going to summarize it. You're stupid to not be a Yordan fan because barring the fact that he doesn't have some ridiculous injury, when he's done, he will hold every record for the Astros. Like, he's going to break them. Yes. He's going to, like, you can always argue who's the best Astro between him and Altuve, but he's going to be the guy. Yeah.
Yordan is that guy. And I mean, you can have your veteran face of who in the locker room we like, but you need that youngster that's going to lead you, and he's that guy.
Yep.
Put it on his back, and he's gonna go.
In 5 years, when his contract comes due, as much as we say we don't give out big deals or whatever the hell he wants, you give it. You just hand him a blank check, straight up.
You go, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the three championships. We'll hopefully be getting some more. Yeah, I think for sure, like, he's a guy that you have to keep happy and keep franchise.
That's the funny thing, bro, is he requires very little to be happy. You know what I'm saying? He just let me play baseball. Just let me play baseball. Let me hit. Quit fucking telling people my hands hurt.
I know. Get that hand better, man. If he needs my hand, I'll switch out with him. I don't care.
I think that it gets inflamed or something. It's not that big a deal, and they blow it out of proportion.
Yeah, I think that's why he's taking all these rest days, though. And I mean,
today I get it. I would have gave you a rest day too because you had like a 12-hour split between games. It's like, all right, you're good, bro.
Yeah. And as people were hesitant, why is he out? Why is he out? I don't take rest days at work, bro. Stop.
Yeah, but you work at fucking McDonald's. You're not running into a wall.
It's like, stop it. You're not getting a ball hit off in the air and you're catching it, diving for stuff. I don't want to hear it, bro. You're not hitting a ball at 90-something miles per hour. Like, stop it.
It's almost really close to say that Bregman might be back. Close. I'm not prepared to say it, but really close.
The picture I posted on Facebook where he was mean mugging the camera, I was like, okay.
That's the reason that I think he's back, because
that's the Bregman that I wanted. And we talked about it, a week ago and last week. Like, that's what we needed. We need that Bregman back, that dog in him. And that's what I wanted. I was like, all right, now I feel a little comfortable going into these next series of, especially against Texas, a division. I want to win it.
So here's my only question that I've been thinking about. Like, I don't understand why people are still talking shit about Jose Abreu. Like, I just don't get it. But sometimes I feel like if you know he's not batting for power, do you move him in the lineup to get more use out of that? Like, would it be disrespectful to put him at like the seventh or eighth spot?
I don't think so. I
don't think he'd be pissed about it either. And I just think he left a sour taste in people's mouth because they walked Yordan the other day in the ninth, and then he comes up and he struck out, and I was like, "Oh, you can't do that, bro. Isn't that a good look?"
Yeah, I don't. A lot of the hate for him is, of course, the Jersey people that are like, "Oh, he needs to button his jersey that doesn't fit the Astros," which I don't even see how that's even anything to bring up of a fan, but whatever. And there was people that are like, "I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels this way." If you don't like it, get the hell over it. I'm sure if it was a problem, Dusty would have been like, "Hey, button the shit up," but it's not. Yep. Nobody cares about it.
Literally, up until like a couple days ago, the dude was batting 380. So, like, if you have a problem with your 6-hole batting 380, you're stupid.
And then people are like, "Oh, he's struggling now." Okay, Bregman was struggling, and we're not over here being like, "Hey, get rid of him." I was like, the whole starting pitch.
He went 2 for 4 today with a double.
It's just like, what are y'all talking about? And then he's hitting on a hitting streak, but they need to win games. Okay, so hitting the ball is not going to help you. I mean, it's not just his fault. It's a team game.
That's just like stating the fucking obvious. It's like, no, duh. You know what I mean? It's like saying, "Oh, this skillet is hot. Don't put it on the carpet. No shit. You know what I mean?
It's so dumb. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I think people that hate him, they just hate him because he's not Yuli, and that's fine. Hate him all you want. I don't care because we know.
Astros and Abreu, just let it be known we like you.
Yes, and we know Abreu. We're on your team. I don't want to hear it in the playoffs when people are like, "Oh, Abreu's amazing." Nah, no. You on Yuli, go and be a Miami fan right now and everything, or wherever he's at.
Hey, and even the other Abreu, bro, like this is gonna be the most ridiculous shit anybody on a baseball thing ever said. But when you get so excited to watch relief pitching, when Abreu's pitching, Brian Abreu, that dude shit is nasty. He's freaking nasty. He hit 102 on a fastball yesterday. I was like, what the fuck?
This year is the year where I'm like, yo, that's the guy I want to watch. Like when he comes out, I'm like, let's go. Like
you know you're good when you're excited to see a reliever.
Yes. It's like, oh, Brady's out. All right, cool. Yes.
I would really like to give Presley a break though, and try to use Stanek and Montero to close some games because that was a rough one against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he needs I
don't know what he needs, but you don't need to be pitching. I know that much.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to go get a closer later or not if you don't figure this out. But for now, I need you.
I just think that he's still getting used to the pitch clock. I think he's a little. I think he's got a multitude of things that are fucking wrong with him right now, and go figure it out. You know what I mean? You're Presley. Like I've fucking told everybody and their mama that you should have been the World Series MVP. So I believe in you, but go figure it out. You know?
Yeah. I mean, you were the closer for the Team USA, so that says something also. Well, Astro fans, let us know how we did if you agree on who we're bringing up. Oh, well, we know who we're bringing up, but who we're dropping down pretty much. Let us know how you really feel about Jose Abreu, fans, because I know some of you are not like that. Some of you are defending him, and I'd like to see that in the comments for sure, because some of you know what we have. Mm-hmm. And then, let us know.
Everybody make the world put respect on Yordan's name.
Yes, make sure that happens. I'm going to make a graphic on Facebook just for that guy.
Hashtag put some respect on my name.
Exactly. With that being said, Houston, man, y'all make sure to subscribe to the network. Bayou City Boys, we got you covered on all Houston sports, Rockets, Texans, Astros, and a few other ones. But, man, y'all have a good one. Be safe, guys. Later.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.